Very, very good evening. Welcome to this live. I'm on the 24th day of 75 Hard Challenge. If you don't know, I have been um, going through this 75 Hard Challenge for the last 23 days, and today is 24th day. And I have been coming live almost, I would say, daily, but I have missed few days in between. So last 2 3 days I did not come. I did not manage my time well to come on the live, but today I'm here. I managed my time today to come live. So the challenge has been going good. I have been making progress. Today is day 24, about to finish day 24 successfully. And if you don't know what is 75 hard, 75 hard is mental toughness challenge where you have to follow it for 75 days, and each of these days you have to finish 5 tasks. Task number 1 is you have to fix a diet and stick with the diet without any compromise. Task number 2 is you have to drink 1 gallon of water daily, which is 3.8 liters, again without miss. Task number 3 is to do 2 workouts in a day, which each of the workouts should be at least 45 minutes, and one of the workouts must be done outdoors. Task number 4 is to read a non-fiction book, 10 pages of non-fiction book daily without fail. And task number 5 is to take progress picture. And I have been doing all these 5 tasks for the last 23 days, and today also, if I just finish my last meal, then I'm done. Okay. So the reason I'm coming live is to have some social accountability so that I can keep on moving forward. Again, the third book I have chosen is something which I have not read but listened to the audiobook. And from today, I have started reading this book in the form of hard copy. This is the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. Earlier, I have only gone through the audiobook, but this time I'm doing something different. I'm reading the hard copy, and whenever I'm outside, I also have a Kindle version of this. I read on Kindle, and I'm also listening this as an audiobook. So that means the learning will be more solid. I'm listening to the same book, I'm reading the same book, and if I go outside and I don't carry the book, I also have the Kindle. So today I went to doctor. I took my son to the doctor. I had to wait for 2 hours. I finished a lot of pages out of this book, not only 10 pages. So I have already finished like 30 pages. Um, I read it from the Kindle today and a little bit from the book itself. And when I went for my walk, I also listened to the audiobook. So that makes sure that I'm learning it better. Uh, so I'll be doing it. I've done it once, I have listened to it once, I'm reading it, and I'm listening it. So that will make it 3 times. And it is a very, very, popular book. A lot of people love this book, and truly because it can be a life changing book. There are a lot of lessons in this, and I'm about to share those lessons today. Okay. Something connected to what happened with me today, and also I can connect it to the lessons from the book. Okay. So the topic today is my 3 tips to hack your motivation. How can you hack your motivation? To give you a little bit of context, today, see, from Sunday, I've started running. Not for the second workout of the day, which is the outdoor workout. I have been walking for last 20 21 days. From Sunday, I started running. I went to RN Shetty Stadium here in Dharwad. Um, most For the most part, I'm walking, and I'm adding a little bit of jogging in between. So the first day I ran was on Sunday. Monday I could not go. I just went for walk. Tuesday I went, and today I was not feeling like going. I had no motivation to go. Okay, and I ended up sharing a couple of stories where I shared three, three main reasons why um, you don't have motivation and how you can overcome that. Okay, to give you a context, today is not a usual day for me. I had to drive 45 minutes. I don't enjoy driving that much, especially if it is in a city traffic, because you know the reasons. A lot of people, driving mindlessly on the road, and it sucks my energy. Anything, if I drive anything more than 20 30 minutes, then I feel very tired and too much stressed, and I start feeling sleepy. But I drove 45 minutes. I had to take my son to the doctor. I had to wait there for 2 plus hours. After consulting the doctor, I had to drive back, and I was hungry. I was feeling sleepy. I woke up early today, so I was feeling sleepy. You know how it is when you have to wait in a clinic, right? And I I did not have my lunch on time. I did not have my afternoon nap on time. So I was kind of, drained on the energy level. That is why going for a run was kind of a drag for me. I was trying to convince myself to go for a walk, but somehow I used all my willpower and went for a run. And that, you know, gave me this idea to share about motivation. Okay, so the number one, again I'll connect it with the book. Okay, the lessons I've learned from the book. So number one is, whenever you start something, okay, you are not good at it. For me, running, I don't run regularly. I'm a fit person. I go to the gym, I lift weights, I maintain my body weight, I build my strength. But running is something I'm not very good at. Okay, and I have not ran for a very very long time now. And since I started running, I'm also becoming very sore, and the feeling is not good. It is hard for me. And when you're not good at something, you will have less motivation to do it. Plain and simple. That is the number one killer of motivation. And the solution to this is, uh, you have to um, you have to start easy, and gradually, um, you will, as you do it again and again and again, your body will get used to it. You will get used to it, and you will get better. That's all. Okay. And most people, whenever you have to do something, most people don't love to do something they are not good at. Okay, you can go back in your life, or you can, um, you know go back to your own experience, something which you loved, something which you had already some talent in, something which you had some skill in. You enjoy it a lot because you are better at doing it, and probably better than most other people, then you love it. But if you're not good at something, you don't have that motivation. You will try to avoid it. Okay, it might have happened with you. So the solution here is to just, okay, go with the intention of just doing it. Don't go with the intention of doing good at, being good at it. And if you keep on doing it again and again, you will get better. So that is the number one motivation killer. And one of the lessons from the book is 1% improvements. The book itself is about tiny habits, atomic habits, small habits, which will build over the time. Okay, and habits are just like compound interest. They keep on compounding. It may be very small thing. That is what author James Clear talks about. Small changes, you know big results. Tiny changes, remarkable results. That is what the, headline of the book. Tiny changes, remarkable results. An easy and proven way to build good habits and break bad ones. Okay, so small improvements. over the period of time will compound, and that will result in bigger changes and transformation. Okay, that is one lesson from the book. If you keep on making 1% improvement in 1 year, you will improve by 37 times 1% if you do it 365 times. Okay, and similarly, if you have bad habits which will take you back by 1%, over a period of time it will you will end up in zero. Okay, so bad habits will actually compound in the negative way. Good habits will compound in a positive way. That is lesson number one. Okay, so the number two motivation killer is um, not having enough mental energy to do stuff and relying too much on willpower. That is what happened with me. I had no energy at all today. Today is an unusual day for me. That is why I was not having this motivation to go to the run. Okay, but the solution to this is always having a routine which works for you. Having a fixed routine, what time you wake up, what time you go to your gym, what time you go for run, what time you eat, what time you sleep, what time you nap. Everything has to be like fixed, so that you don't have much thinking to do. You don't have too much of decision making to do, because thinking and decision making drains a lot of energy. Your brain has to use a lot of energy. Your brain requires a lot of energy to work, to make these decisions, and that will make you feel exhausted mentally, and you will lose willpower to do anything. That is what happened with me, because today was an unusual day for me. It is not as per my routine. That is why I had to drag myself to the stadium to run. Okay, so one thing James Clear talks about in the book, and also Scott Adams talks about in the previous book which I read, which is how to fail at almost everything and still win big. It is about having systems instead of having goals. Running is a system for me now. Running is not a goal. Running, um, if I spend more energy, I'll be able to lose weight and lose body fat. So one of the goals I'm having with this challenge is to also lose body fat and lose weight. Okay, so running is a system. Okay, going for a run at a particular time on every day is a system. If you have a system, then you don't have to spend too much of mental energy. Okay, and today my system was off. That is why I had to drag myself to the stadium. Okay, so fix a routine and stick with it. And routine is something which is adjustable. It is not permanent. You can always adjust it as per your schedule, as per your energy level. And especially Scott talks about this. Even James Clear mentions Scott Adams in the book. He got to he got this idea from Scott Adams, the previous book which I read, the creator of Dilbert Comics. Okay, so the idea is to do the task when your energy is appropriate. Okay, the let's say when you wake up in the morning, you have the highest energy, and that is when you don't have to push yourself too much. That is when you can start working out, start exercising, because you don't need much energy, because you already high on energy, and it's easy for you to do it. Okay, afternoons is something where you can do very mechanical kind of job, or something which doesn't take too much of willpower. Okay, and yeah, I mean it changes from person to person. You have to build a routine and a system which works for you, and which is appropriate to your energy depending on the time of the day, and how you're feeling throughout the day. Okay, that is about systems. Okay, the third motivation killer is not related to, I did not get it from the book. It is my with my own experience, and you might have heard this time and again, that you have to do what you enjoy the most, what you love the most. And especially it is true when it comes to workouts and exercise, because exercise in is an uncomfortable activity, and we as humans will avoid uncomfortable activity. We always seek comfort. Okay, and running is an uncomfortable activity for me. I don't like this feeling of elevated heart rate, breathing too hard to get enough oxygen to continue to do what I am doing. It feels like I am almost dying, and my body is not getting enough oxygen, right? It is almost a little bit feeling of getting strangled. or not getting enough oxygen. So I don't love this feeling of running, and that is why I had to force myself. And what you can do is, you have to try different things and choose whatever you love the most. In my case, I love lifting weights the most, that too for fewer repetitions, heavier weights, because I can take rests in between. I don't have to, gas for air for a very long period of time. And somehow I have taken liking to it, and I have not been bored for 8 years now, and I continue to do it. Okay, so you have to experiment a little bit. And regardless, I would suggest anybody to do strength training at least 2 days per week. Okay, which will help in the long term quality of life. It will preserve muscle mass, build muscle mass, bone density, and stuff like that. Um, you might already know about this. Okay, but in case you're doing something, it is always better to start easy and don't push yourself too much. uh, give yourself time to get adjusted to it, your body to get adjusted to it, and it will eventually happen. Okay, and maybe you may start liking what you're doing. That is what I hope with running. Okay, so these were the lessons I wanted to share. It's already time is up. I have to go for a call with my community. So, thank you so much for joining today's live. I hope uh, the tips will help you to hack your own motivation. It has been uh, valuable to you somehow. And if you're watching this as a recording and a replay, please leave your uh, leave some comments in the comment box what you feel about this, and if you want to add something to this, how you manage your motivation, and have you used any other way to improve your um, any other way to manage your motivation. Okay, so thank you so much, and I'll see you again with a new one. Bye bye.